Commercial real estate news for a closer look at the market.
You're watching CRE News, and in today's program, summer fever, heat waves cause issues with real estate well-being, homeless business tourists, a report on hotels in Rostov-on-Don together with Vedomosti, all-inclusive, developers are mastering multi-use development.
Commercial real estate news for a closer look at the market.
The figure of the week is 2011. 2011 is the year when several major properties are expected to be completed in Moscow. For example, by next fall, the authorities are promising to deliver Hotel Moskva right next to the Red Square. The completion of Bolshoi Theater reconstruction is also due next year. As the deadlines for both projects have already been postponed several times, there is no guarantee they will be met this time.
Commercial real estate news for a closer look at the market.
It was extremely hot in Moscow for the past 2 summer months. This caused problems not only with the citizens but also with the buildings. Air conditioning in most cases proved to be insufficient, and equipment simply could not operate in such extreme temperatures. It is said that suffering tenants were lining up to talk to the owners about overheated offices and shops. Yet the owners were not willing to negotiate, claiming that they have already spent a fortune on new equipment, including power, cooling, and ventilation. The summer clearly showed that only the buildings constructed in accordance with high modern standards passed the hard test. Only then the tenants did not suffer any inconveniences. In other words, the exhausting heat brought out hidden faults in buildings. With the start of the recession, many owners decided to save on maintenance costs. This strategy backfired when the weather conditions became extreme. During the summer heat wave, power consumption increased some 30 to 40%, and the market was not ready for that. We did have some problems. Somebody was hot, somebody was cold. We're trying to deal with the situation. Then we had even more work and more issues. One must admit, developers here strongly refuse to talk about incidents in their properties. An anonymous market player told CRE News that due to poor piping works, there was a serious cooling liquid leakage in one of the buildings in Moscow. That luckily was quickly dealt with, but the owner had to pay again for fixing the problem. Despite the fact that Rostov-on-Don has a reputation of the business center of the south of Russia, the city still lacks 5-star hotels targeting business tourists. Against such a background, world-famous hotel chains have become active in Project Race. More on the situation in the report of a special correspondent on Vedomosti in Rostov-on-Don, Yulia Ozerova. According to experts, total number of hotel rooms in Rostov-on-Don is about 2,100, and most of them are 3-star rooms. Surprisingly, there are no operational 5-star hotels in the capital of the Southern Federal District. The only registered 4-star hotels there are Don Plaza and Hermitage. The demand for high-class hotels became much higher than the supply already in September 2008. The total room stock has not increased much since then, though the number of tourists has already reached the pre-crisis level. Rostov is a business city, therefore most of the guests are business tourists. Today, the city needs more hotels. Hotels are usually fully booked during the high season. Famous international chains such as Hyatt, Sheraton, Kempinski, Hilton, Marriott, and Residor once had aggressive plans for the city of Rostov-on-Don. But the crisis interfered with the optimistic plans, and some projects were stalled, while others were completely cancelled due to financial problems. Rostov needs a 5-star hotel managed by an international operator. Yet if several high-class hotels are opened simultaneously, it is going to be more harm to the market. Today, either Sheraton or Hyatt Regency Don Plaza Rostov are likely to become the first 5-star hotel in the city. If both projects are completed, this will add about 1,500 high-class rooms to the local stock. While the chains are fighting for the victory in the category of 5 stars, market players say that the city also lacks economy-type mini-hotels of 1 to 2 stars. And this demand somehow has escaped the attention of potential investors until now. Yantar, a new multi-use sports complex, has opened in Strogano. The complex is developed by City 21st Century and consists of an ice hockey stadium with swimming pools, gyms, 2 skating rinks, and a hotel for sportsmen. A figure skating school of Yelena Chaikovskaya is to be opened there as well. The sports complex does not have a payback period. Based on the agreement with the government of Moscow, the developer received the land plot to build 9 apartment buildings, part of those owned by the city. This money was used for the construction of the sports facilities. The money came from the sales of the apartments. According to the agreement, Yantar, the sports complex, was transferred to the city ownership in 2003. Yantar Stadium and Ice Hockey Arena are both part of the City 21st Century Mini-Polis projects, which basically means a city within a city, providing families with conveniently located infrastructure. Before the recession, just about anything could be sold. Now buyers have become picky. They're not going to buy a flat in the middle of nowhere. They need to have a neighborhood with well-developed infrastructure. By now, 5 high-rise apartment buildings on Tvardovskaya Street have been delivered. The remaining 4 buildings are to be put in commission by the end of 2013. Besides, Strogino Mini-Polis will accommodate an educational facility of Moscow State Institute of Economics and Mathematics. Thank you for watching us today. Please don't forget to visit our website www.CRE.news-tv.com. We'll see you next time.